Hi, everybody. I had a couple moments this morning. I had a patient cancel on me, so I wanted to spend a couple minutes and go extend the Shop with a Doc segment now to vitamins and supplements. So I wanted to walk into our local vitamin retailer, and I won't reveal which one it is, but basically want to see what kind of advice do people get when they walk in and ask questions about kind of what type of weight management tools exist from the nutrition or supplement side. All right, just got out. So let me just tell you, first off, I don't think I've ever been inside a vitamin supplement store before. I've kind of walked past them before, but um, I get a total understanding now of where a lot of the recommendations and things that people come into clinic and kind of tell me about and ask me about. I totally get it now. I know where it comes from. It's not just the internet, it's not just the blogs, it's not just social media. Oh man. I'm gonna try to keep myself in composure. First off, side note, I'm gonna have to look up what a Himalayan crystal salt lamp is because they were selling it pretty hard in there, and I guess it does a lot of good things, and so I need to figure out what that is. So I'll recap that in a future video. The woman that came up to me, basically, she kind of broke down that there's two different types in her view and in the advice that she gave. I basically presented as like, okay, well, let's talk about a scenario for myself and a scenario for my hypothetical wife. I kind of threw out there a rough estimate of what she would want versus what I would want, and uh, she didn't ask about my expectations, didn't ask about what I was doing, didn't ask about my exercise patterns, my nutrition patterns, and basically just said, all right, there's two different types. There's stimulant types and non-stimulant types. And I said, okay, well, what's in the stimulants? She said, well, it could be a couple different types of green tea, black tea, usually with caffeine, and then the others either, they had names like carb shredder, fat burner. Um, One of them was flat tummy, 4-week cleanser, which we'll get to in a second. Um, but she kind of said, well, here's the breakdown. You have stimulant versus non-stimulant. You have organic versus doesn't matter. Um, and she said that more often than not, most people come in with a good understanding of what they want. So they basically say, I want this, show me on the shelf where it is. It's not as much advice based on what she was saying. However, I saw that she was kind of steering me in the direction of a couple things. She did admit the that none of the brands ended up being any different than any other. She said that most of them were pretty equivalent and just find whatever works. One interesting note, she did say she couldn't recommend anything specific. And why she said that was that someone would come in and say, I lost 30 pounds on this. This is fantastic. And then someone else would come back and say, I should never have bought this. I haven't lost anything and I've gained weight on it. So, which was very fascinating that she admitted that there were definitely things that work for certain people and some for others. One thing I did appreciate is she did mention that when I brought up and I pointed out that there was in the weight management category a flat tummy, I think what they call it, a flat tummy 4-week cleanser and a cleanser for detoxing. She said all those do is make you go to the bathroom a lot and get rid of a lot of water weight. So it was really nice and refreshing that she actually admitted that and didn't try to like brush it up that there's some kind of like toxins in your intestines or in your bloodstream or something like that your kidney, your colon, your liver weren't able to actually get rid of on their own. So unless you have a medical condition, usually they can take care of it themselves. But it was a refreshing thing to see that she actually admitted that it's not a long-term strategy and actually not really something you should be um, doing if you're actually trying to lose weight. I'd like to know your thoughts. Please comment on the video below, and subscribe if you're interested in please send along any comments or questions, and interested in doing additional videos based on your feedback. Thank you very much.